This young man is special, and he will forever be viewed as special because he's the Heisman Trophy winner, and he was with us here on Tiki and Tierney, Lamar Jackson. Lamar, congrats. How are you, buddy? What's happening?
How you doing, man? Thank you. I'm grateful, man.
Yeah, your head's still spinning? I mean, you've been doing interviews left and right. Do you know what date it is? Do you know what planet you're on? Do you know where you are, Lamar?
Yeah, December 12th. I know what day it is. But, man, I'm having fun with it, you know.
Yep.
You know,
Yes,
Lamar,
sir.
congratulations, first of all. I know how exciting this moment is for you. And I saw you on television on Saturday as you were getting the award and you were doing the interviews and everything. What does this mean for you and Louisville? Because Louisville has never been seen as a program that's, going to produce a Heisman Trophy winner. You obviously did, but what does this mean for you and the program?
Well, it mean a lot, just from having this freshman, a all right freshman season, to our team turning around and becoming a phenomenal team and increasing our record. And, having the first Heisman Trophy here is tremendous, I just can't wait to go back and celebrate with you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they're excited for you. What was the difference between your freshman year and your sophomore year? Because you exploded, as BT was talking about, on the scene in unbelievable fashion.
Well, my freshman year, I really didn't know the system that well. Certain things, coaches just let me go out there and just perform well at, to the best of my ability. And then, bowl preparation time, I just went to going back and watching my film and seeing the bad things I did, criticizing myself hard. Had an all right bowl game. We beat Texas A&M, and it just went off from there.
Yeah, no, you did. I mean, really, from the first snap, it's Lamar Jackson, who is the Heisman Trophy winner, the youngest ever, and he's with us here on Tiki and Tierney. I was telling Tiki we had Lamar on Tops yesterday, so I had a chance to meet the young man, shake his hand, congratulate him in person.
Yes,
And you were telling us a story. I think, Tiki, you'll enjoy this. Lamar, tell us the story again for my new audience here. Who your first coach was, really? And I know it was in the backyard, so I know you know the story. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, my mother. Growing up, she was the one who always said to me, be the best that you can. It was a hill like we used to run over growing up. And we would run over like 10 times back and forth. We'd race to the house. Me and my brother go in the backyard. We'd be hitting. She'll see me overpower my brother. So she put the pads on.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Say that again. Say this again. Lamar Jackson's mom used to put pads on and tackle him.
Nice.
That's unbelievable.
You took it easy on her, though, right?
No, she didn't take it easy on me. I was younger. She built me, a whole different way.
Yeah. Lamar, what other sports did you do when you were growing up? Because I always wonder with guys who are elite athletes, there's got to be skills that you picked up from something else. What else did you play when you were younger?
Actually, I really didn't do too much. Probably like half a year I ran track at one time when I was probably, I'll say 8 years old. But that was about it. I didn't really do too much.
Yeah, so your natural athletic ability just comes naturally. What do you think you need to grow on? Obviously, you're young. You're 19 years old.
I'll say I need to grow on everything. Down in my passing. Got to hit the books even more hard. Criticize myself even more. Because this year I didn't end the season off how I wanted to. I didn't end the season off. With the one game loss. The Clemson, a hard loss. But we lost 2 back-to-back. And I'm really mad about that.
What was? I'm sorry, Lamar. What was that? We all watched the game. It was a Saturday night game. You referenced Clemson. What was it like playing in that environment?
Oh, well, it was crazy. It was a lot of, the crowd was into the game. I felt like the stadium was happy, excited for the game, big game, number 3 versus number 5, and it was exciting. So we went out there, we performed to the best of our ability, and we didn't end it well.
That was one of the best games of the year, there's no question. We're talking to Lamar Jackson, young man, the youngest Heisman Trophy winner ever. He will be back at Louisville next season, not draft eligible yet, and he's with us here on Tiki and Tierney.
Lamar, I was watching the ceremony. Obviously, you referenced getting a chance to hang out with Jabril Peppers and
hey, stay away from Manziel. I don't want to see any pictures of you with Johnny Manziel. Stay away from Johnny Manziel.
That's the question I got to ask you, though. What did he say to you after you won the award? You announced you won the award. You came up and gave him a big hug. What did he say to you?
Actually, he was saying, man, enjoy this. A lot of people wish they was in your shoes and stuff like that. He was speaking positive. Guys always criticize him about the things he did and stuff like that. But I didn't see it. He came to my room the night with my family and stuff like that. He was over with the Heisman alumni, the former players who won it. he came over and was speaking so positive, telling me things like, college, you only can be in college for a certain amount of time. You need to enjoy your journey right now. He was speaking positive.
So it's almost like he was at least alerting you of possible danger. I mean, almost like, using what's happened to him to let you know that, nobody's bulletproof, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Lamar Jackson with us here on Tiki and Tierney. So who was the guy when you were growing up? I mean, I love asking young players. Tiki's talked about Walter Payton when he was a young kid, how he loved his style. When Lamar Jackson was running over his mom in the backyard,
or she was running over you,
yeah, or she was chasing you down with 4.4 speed. Who was the one player that you said, man, this is a guy that I want to play like?
Oh, I always say Michael Vick. That's my favorite player all the time.
Yeah,
he was the one who paved the way for all of us. Who let us see, anything's possible.
Didn't Michael Vick say? Yeah, he did. He tweeted this out at one point during the season.
Yeah, that he was better. That you, Lamar, were better than he ever was. I mean, that's got to feel good.
Yeah, dude. But I still say he was the best. Can't no one do what Michael Vick did, man. If you can do what he did, it's hard. Because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
He's on a whole nother level.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you'll meet him at some point. Vic's, he's a really good guy, actually. I met him a few times in Pro Bowls during my season. You guys have one more game left, or you have one more game left, the Citrus Bowl at USC. Obviously, you finished in the top 15 in the college football playoff ranking. Disappointing season, but what do you do in your last game? Because it's an important one, I think, for next year, since you are coming back and you have another year to try to do the same thing, which is get to the college football playoff.
Well, get in the film room, watch as much film as I could, before this game come up on December 31st, and practice hard as I could, try to get better, perfecting my craft, and getting our connection down with my teammates, my receivers, and stuff like that.
So,
with a bang.
I'm reading this report here, and I stood next to you. I actually have a picture on Twitter. So Lamar's got a little, although he's got that hair, so I'm not sure if it's the hair or the actual size. I'm bald, and you're rocking the kid in plays. I don't know, you got a couple inches up top with the hair. But I did see a few reports here, and I'm curious how you respond to this, because now you're in a spotlight, and you're going to be criticized as much as you're propped up. It's just the way of the world. It happens to pro athletes, where some scouts are concerned about your size. What do you see that? What do you think? And does that bother you? And what do you do? I mean, you can't make yourself taller.
Well, I'm only 19 years old, so I have a whole, lot of weight to gain. So I don't really worry about that. I'm just here to play ball, and it is what it is.
It's true, because he's very similar body to Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
When Teddy was coming out.
Yeah. Don't let him tell you. Don't let him tell you what you can't do, Lamar. Just go have fun, enjoy it. It goes away quickly. The joy of the game when you become a professional, and it's there on the stage for you. You just got to keep doing what you're doing, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Lamar, before you go, and I almost don't want to ask you this, but I have to. How have you spoken to the young men? I know we all saw the story about two young men who, by the way, it's non-life-threatening, thank God. Two of your teammates that were celebrating your award. I guess they were shot at an off-campus party. Have you spoken to them? Do you know anything about? I know our audience is probably curious.
Well, I've been up here. I didn't really hear anything about that. I've been up here the whole time. You guys just telling me this.
You didn't hear?
I hope they good.
Yeah.
Really? You didn't hear that two of your teammates were shot?
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the social media. I post stuff, but I wasn't really looking at what people were saying about that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been a whirlwind for you, but they're okay. They're non-life threatening. The most important thing, obviously, is that you enjoy this moment, because you're of a unique fraternity right now. It's only one a year, and the interesting thing is you actually get a chance to maybe do what Archie Griffin did, which is win it back to back.
That's true.
You ever thought about that? You ever thought about that?
It's Lord's will, man. Hopefully, I do. I was thinking about that as when I got the award. Like after when people start saying it to me, that's when I really started thinking about. Like, yeah, you possibly could, but Lord's will, like I said before.
Well, Lamar, I think those biceps will get a little heavier a little bigger in the next month. Just toting around that monster trophy. What is that thing, about 37, 40? That thing is an absolute, it's right there with the Stanley Cup in terms of just the way it looks. It's an incredible accomplishment. Great season.
Yes, sir.
Great meeting you. Have a good off season. Oh, actually, before the off season, have a good bowl game, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thanks so much.